so shows are coming back to all these places, all these shows are coming back to town. So my friends are like, we gotta go see this, we gotta go see this, we gotta go see this when it comes out. I said, okay, I said I will start small. I'm gonna go out there. I'm not going to Coachella or nothing, but I'm like, I'll start small. So I'm like going to see New Kids on the Block with my daughter in
Wow.
June.
One of my dearest friends who you've met, Veronica.
Yes.
Yeah, she likes boy bands. How old is your daughter? Remind me.
34.
34. Okay. So the Rolling Stones came out, right? And they have this concert and they're actually back, I think, touring. And they're like, everyone's like, can you imagine the audience? Like, they look like me, fully grayed hair, you know, reliving the 60s, 70s.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to this thing. Oh my God, with a bunch of people in my family. We're going in August. It's an all-day thing. And it's this freestyle 80s giant all day. It starts at 2 p.m. We're like, that's where we're old. It starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's like Tiffany, Debbie Gibson, Stacey Q.
Wow.
Missing Persons. No, it was like everybody.
Missing Persons, huh?
Yes, like everybody in the world. Berlin. It was like, I think Rick Astley. Like all these. It's just huge. No, seriously, when you read the roster, I have to send it to you. The poster. It's hilarious. You're like, it's like Lisa and Cult Jam, and this over here, and that, so all these you've heard of Expose, and so it's this all-day thing, and we're all in our 50s and 60s. They were going, so we were laughing. I go, what time does things start? I go 2 in the afternoon. Okay, I can go. 2 in the afternoon. I can go. I'll be done by 9.
It's so funny you say that about time. We booked her reservation. Mom's in town. She's visiting. She's physically here somewhere. I think she's walking Kemah, but she's physically here.
Yes.
In Chatsworth. And we booked a reservation at a steakhouse, and we're driving to Century City to go to this steakhouse, and the reservation is at 8 o'clock. And I said, don't worry, guys, it's a Saturday night. Everybody will be okay. Because, you know, I'm like, wow, I feel like a grown up. Like we're going out. Our dinner reservation is at 8. You know? Who eats at 8 anymore?
Okay, so funny you should say that also. I always make a little note here, age and time. Flobo takes me the other night when we went out to dinner. He took me to dinner. He goes, James, I want to thank you for leaving your house after 7 o'clock. I said, thank you on a weekday. I said, thank you. I'm usually in bed or at home in my robe.
Yeah.
They're young. He's younger than us. I'm like, they go out all the time. I'm like, dinner at 8, 9 o'clock. Oh, I'm already in bed for 2 hours by then.
Yeah, you feel like a big kid. It's kind of crazy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So this concert starts at 2 p.m. So I said we'll be okay then. I thought I had stamina to stay on that long. Jeez.
Where is the concert?
Queen Mary.
Oh,
I know.
Well, that would be really cool.
I know. I'm like, it's great. Not far from my house either. I'm like, it's kind of crazy, but I'm like, hope I can do it. We're gonna try. But there's musicals coming to town and shows and so I'm like, well, first of all, gas is crazy. It's another thing, and trying to find parking.
I know. Have you seen anything under regular, under $5-6 where you are?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Down here in the South Bay. Oh, folks, you guys, we talked about before. She's north of me. She's about 30 miles away from me, and I'm 30 miles south of her. Down here, no, it's as high as $7 an hour, $7 a gallon down here. And so they have the cash side and the regular side, right? If you pay cash, it's like 20 less. But even with that, it's still nothing in the 5s.
Yeah.
Here, it's all in the 6s down here.
Crazy.
$6.97, $6.69. I mean, because most of my peeps they have to get premium, or some get regular, but most of them get premium. And it's outrageous. It's outrageous. So down here in the South Bay area, we saw one place that was doing it. It was a Costco. So folks, go to Costco over in Culver City. There's a line out the door. I think the premium was like $5.97 or something, and the line was around the corner.
Yeah, Costco. Yeah, we have one here locally. We have a couple actually. But the closest one is, you gotta wait for like half hour to get to the
Yeah.
pump.
That's what it was. They had people outside directing the traffic.
Yeah,
Because it was a Costco, because it was a regular Costco over there, then the Costco thing over here. Then he had a In-N-Out that was over here too, which of course has its own line going
of
on.
course.
It's just, and I was
It's
like,
funny, Mom and I were driving by our local In-N-Out, and she's like, oh my God, look at that line for In-N-Out. I'm like, it's every day. Every day. It backs
In-N-Out.
up like crazy.
and Chick-fil-A, those lines
Yes.
everywhere. We have 4 new Chick-fil-A's in our area down here. All busy.
Yeah.
All busy.
Well, they do a really good, because I'm gluten-free,
Yeah.
and I don't want to eat my chicken wrapped in lettuce. Like I just don't, that's not a thing for me. They have a great chicken salad, like one of the best
They do.
chicken salads. And so I look forward to going there now because I was disappointed, going gluten-free. I couldn't have they have that biscuit sandwich. Gee. So now I look forward to the salad because it's really good.
Yeah, we've had it. It's good. We've had it. Because the nearest Chick-fil-A for us is over on Funny Airport. So we go to that one. But there's a whole bunch of new ones that open up. But the lines is always In-N-Out,
Yes.
always. It's kind of crazy.
You know what? I always crave it on Sunday
Of course.
when I can't have it.
Of course. The only thing about In-N-Out I'm not a huge fan of is their fries. I don't get their fries.
I don't get their fries. I have never gotten their fries. I don't get their fries still, except now I just slather it. I do it monster style. And so I bury it in a bunch of cheese and goo, which is really disgusting, but guys, it's really good. So do the monster fries.
I just do this the cheeseburgers.
Or animal. Sorry, James. Animal style. Do animal style, not monster style.
Monster, animal, whatever. Maybe something new. I do. But so now what's funny about that is I'm a Shake Shack person. I love Shake Shack. I love the taste of their meat. They're really expensive. So I like them. But also now McDonald's has started to do a secret menu. Secret menu. One of the things is called surf and turf. We saw this, and it's the fillet of fish with hamburger. So you have a layer of fish bun, layer of meat bun, surf and turf. I was like, I don't know, maybe too much for me. I don't know if that's all. I like fillet of fish. I don't mind regular hamburger. That all may be too much. I don't know. It may be too much for me.
Fillet of fish. I grew up on the fillet of fish. Did you grow up on the fillet of fish?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that fish
I
patty.
know.
But
I know.
So
It's not real fish, folks. They didn't come from the ocean. I know it didn't. That's fine. I know it didn't come from the ocean. It had no gills or anything when it was alive. I know what's going on. I want to share with you some coffees that I got recently that I'm in love with. Right? This is coffee and conversation. So I thought I'd bring us some coffee talk. Coffee time. So one thing I do sometimes in the afternoon, so I don't go crazy,
Yes.
is my Green Mountain half calf. It is
I love that.
It's a medium roast, so it's only half the caffeine. It says right there, half the caffeine. And so you still get a bold taste of coffee, but you can blink later.
We have friends. Nancy makes the best cup of coffee I have ever had in my life. She does her own half calf blend.
Okay.
And I don't know the ratio of scoops, but she'll blend a bold roast and she'll throw in some decaf. It's the best cup of coffee I have ever had.
All right. Well, Nancy, go on, Nancy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nancy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got to go visit and watch her in the morning, make her coffee.
Like, how you do that, girl? Yeah, it's because my thing is I don't go back to having 5 cups of coffee a day. I have a cup in the morning, but there's sometimes in the afternoon I need a little tiny kick. But if I want just to taste, I have some decafs that are really good. They're very bold and they're good. But if I want a little kick, I don't know any other half caffeine one. So this one
That's
I like.
really cool. I didn't even know that they had started marketing that. I'm not a halfway kind of gal. I need my full brew. I want it strong and bold, and I want to feel that, caffeine all through the day, every day.
That's like Flubbo. The same way. He likes 6 cups a day. I can't do all that. I can't do all that.
It's funny because when the movers came, shout out to Ben Hur Storage and Moving. You guys are awesome. The lead mover, because you always offer these guys who break their back for you,
So yeah,
something to drink. And so two of the guys say, okay, Coke. And I saw him drinking coffee. I'm like, you want me to make you a fresh pot of coffee and fill that cup for you? He's like, oh, yes, that would be great. So that's the first time I've ever made coffee
for someone,
right? For somebody who's helping us out around, helping us out in construction or moving or anything like that. So I thought, oh, I'm going to remember you for the rest of my life because I made you coffee instead of like a Coke or, water.
Water, because I hit a water bottle. I know, I love that. So Starbucks.
Yes, I actually went in Starbucks recently. I've gone away from going into Starbucks.
Yeah.
Just because we bought the Keurig and we've got so many fun stuff happening, in the house.
Yeah.
James, I don't know what they put in their coffee, and I buy their coffee.
Yeah.
I buy the Starbucks whole bean, grind it ourselves.
Yeah.
What pours out of their coffee dispensers is just not the same. I was high for hours. Hours, James. And it's funny because I thought to myself, oh my God, I remember being like this all the time. I was a Starbucks junkie. I had the gold card. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I have one of those. I have one of those. Yes.
I love Starbucks. I don't know what it is, but I was high for hours. And I thought to myself, how can I recreate this? There's something they're doing differently, because I don't get this same feeling of, just you feel so good and energized.
It's the crack they put in there. So
it's the crack.
They don't sell crack. So they have crack powder just poured in at the same time, and that's why you're high.
Man, it is so good. So I spent on two of the just like the middle, the grandes, I guess they call them. $5.35 on 2 cups of coffee with cream.
Okay.
So to me, I better get that kick and feel that euphoric for $5.35 for 2 cups of coffee. Just saying.
Yes, and you did. So speaking of Starbucks, they have a limited edition. I like to try all their blends.
Yes.
This is a Spring Day blend they have. It's new, cute little packaging. It's green. Says it has this limited edition. Limited edition.
Okay.
And as tasting notes of dusty cocoa and dried fruit. I don't taste it, but the point is, I like it. The cute little box. I already drank half of it already.
Yeah, you do like it. Nice.
I like it because I drink I'm a blonde person. I like my blondes. So my verandas and my sunrises, but I'm trying to do something a little different. I'm trying to do it. And then I was at a place called Grocery Outlet. I love them. And I literally walked by and I was like, what is that smell? And
wow. What is it, James? Share it with us.
Oh, it smells so good. As a cute, my favorite color. I think it's hurt myself. My favorite color, and I hurt myself doing this. My favorite color, blue, and it's Bean Blossom brand. Don't know who they are. Sweet vanilla.
Oh. Oh my God! You're making love to your coffee, James. Seriously.
Oh my God.
This is a PG rated show.
Oh, that's true. Sorry, folks at home. Sorry, I'll keep this to myself. I'm all. Excuse me.
It's really great packaging.
Yeah, I'm back. We're back. The packaging's really cute, and they give you brewing instructions. I just love it. It reminds me of Blue Bottle coffee, which is the same coloring packaging as this. Blue Bottle is way more expensive, folks. But I like. I'm going to try to get. I'm going to try it this morning for the show, and I totally forgot to make it. I have to put it in my Mr. Coffee that I have. It's called Sweet Vanilla. So and it smells like vanilla. It's medium roast.
Smells like vanilla. So you're really looking forward to that cup of coffee.
Yes, and it's only $4.99.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that is a good price.
So those are my 3 latest. So go to Starbucks, Green Mountain, or go to Grocery Outlet. Grocery Outlet's the bomb, by the way. We like Grocery Outlet. So
I have not been yet.
Yeah, they're popular everywhere, and they're like. Okay, so I come from a place where Aldi's was a big thing, and they brought some Aldi's here to California. They're a Midwest company, where they're not quite a grocery store like the big ones, and they're not quite, and they're bigger than a Dollar Tree or a 99-cent store. They're somewhere in between. It's like discount prices, and you still get and like off-name brand food, but it's still decent. And grocery outlet's the same way. They have all kinds of stuff in there. And it's just they sell meats and cheeses and fruits and vegetables and coffees and it's just great pricing. I mean, great prices. It's just the name. They're not Kellogg or or Post or any of those names. Like well, they had some couple of things that were like that, but most of the time they're not Star Kissed. There's some other brand. Whatever they are, they are.
Well, I mean, right now people are looking for alternatives because pricing right now is really going way up. Availability in our stores is limited. And, if this food shortage that they're predicting comes out of the Ukraine for wheat and oils, we're all going to be looking for substitutes and anywhere we can go who's still producing breads and oils and whatever else that we need. I mean, we were talking about gas, the price of milk and eggs have gone up.
Well, so is meat.
And meat, yes.
I wanted
meat is very expensive.
What is going on here? I mean, I wanted some bacon. They're talking $8.99. Like $8.99 for bacon?
Yeah.
I just get it for
pound of bacon, $8.99.
Yep. So when I see it for $3.99 or $4.99, I grab it.
Grab all.
I do.
I do the same thing, like sale.
Exactly, and that's what I did for a lot of stuff. I like shrimp. I do a lot of seafood, so I got a lot of frozen cooked shrimp. When I saw it on sale, I have a huge freezer. I'm very fortunate. That was one purchase I got during the pandemic because I was staying home all the time and I was cooking a lot. And so I was also making things for my garden. And it's just me. So I won't cook for anybody else. I didn't want to waste it. So I wanted to freeze it. My freezer is way small. So I got one of those cubic freezers and standard freezers. And I call it my girlfriend. My girlfriend's the bomb. And she's deep. Got all stuff in there. At one point people would give me food too. I had a whole turkey in there at one point. I had a young chicken. I mean, all these things in there. We were just laughing. But that's what the thing is. I was like, when I found meat on sale or chicken on sale, I snatched it up and I throw it in the freezer and just at some point pull it out and use it. And same with the shrimp. And I had like bags of shrimp. I was like, yeah, that's right, kids. I'm ready for seafood. It's expensive. Look, everything went up. I mean, you're right. And milk and eggs and juices and even sugar and stuff. It's just all gone up. You're like, really? Ice cream? I didn't buy ice cream because it was $8 a little pint. $8? I'm in $8 for ice cream. So I didn't get it. Screw that noise. We're not getting no ice cream then today. That's just to me, when it normally was $3.99, $4.99, maybe even $5. It's $8.79 at Ralph's. See, I expect that from Whole Foods, Sprouts,
right?
Gelson's, all the hoity-toity, ritzy-titsy places. I expect that. Bristol Farms. So I mean, you expect to be like, but not Ralph's, Vons, Albertsons,
Right.
Stater Brothers. Like, come on, folks.
They're our staple grocer. Like, really?
Right. Like we went to Food for Less for the first time in years. Because we were near one. We were in a place called where were we? A place called Lomita. It's down here in South Bay. And we were at a Dollar Tree. It was a really nice Dollar Tree on Vermont and Sepulveda, folks. If you come down to the South Bay. But right next to us, a food. He goes, we haven't been there. I haven't been there in years. So glad I went in. I mean, they had such because they're the same as Kroger. They're the same as Ralph's. Basically, they're just more in bulk, in mass, as we say. And I got 9 steaks for like $10. Little breakfast steaks. Bought that. I got like 20 pieces of chicken legs, for like $3. Grab that, and I'm like, I love that. I forgot. I mean, they're made for big families, but for me, I can chop it all up and freeze and do what I can do with them. So that's what I did.
What I've seen at Costco and Kohl's or wherever, they have that food storage where you take, where it basically seals a freezer bag and then you put whatever meats or whatever you want, and then you seal it, and you air, all the air gets
Yeah.
sucked out of it. Probably will be investing in one of those very soon,
Yeah.
because my Brad moved out and he had one and we used it. Like
Oh,
I
okay.
would buy if ground beef was on sale, which by the way, ground beef, very expensive right now.
I know.
Very expensive. So I would buy a couple pounds on sale and I'd freeze it. It was great. And it really does protect it more than just wrapping it up in like a Ziploc freezer bag. And I just thought, oh my gosh, but those, again, that's an investment. It's not inexpensive. So, but I'm thinking, well, let's see, if I want to buy some stuff on sale and I can't eat it all within, a couple days. Yeah, I'm going to freeze it.
I'm glad I invested in it, because for me, I cook almost every day now at this point. Things are opening back up and stuff. I still I don't go out to eat all the time. I'm just too busy. So I just many times it's me throwing something together, and I love having things in the refrigerator. I've already cooked it already, or go in the freezer, pull it out, throw it. It's me. Leftovers are my favorite thing anyway. I have no problem with that. I know some friends don't eat leftovers at all. They're like, I'll do leftovers.
I'm not a big leftover girl.
You're not?
No. Pizza, yes. Certain Chinese food, yes.
Okay.
But not a big. Les is our leftover guy in the house, so I always count on him, and he loves leftovers.
Me too. Me too. I grew up with a thing where at the end of the week, it was like a buffet. You took a little bit of everything that was left over, and that's what you ate. And it's like that was kind of fun. So for me, I like that. But for, again, having a freezer, having something to protect whatever, because there's some foods I'm like, I really like that, but it's just me, literally just me eating it. I don't want to go to waste. I made this chili, I want to save it. So
yes.
They also have these bags. You can tell how old we are now. Now we're talking about freezers and bags. My favorite bag is through Ziploc also. It's one of those, you can pour liquidy stuff in it and it stands up. And it's a bag. It's in bag form. Maybe next time I come on, I'll show it to you guys at home. It's called a stand and pour bag. And it's some juices. Well, I could do juices, I guess, but mostly soups, stews that are very liquidy. You can pour it in there and close it up, and you can freeze it almost like having a canister.
Well, that's very cool.
It's set up. It's set up sturdier on the bottom. It's the way they made it. It's very different than regular bags.
Very cool. I don't think I've seen those.
I go everywhere, so I find stuff. As an organizer, I'm always looking for those kind of products. I go to those sections all the time wherever I go. This is a family show, so I can't say what I was about to say. Let's just say James gets excited when he goes to storage areas of stores, as most organizers do. We have our own words we use. We say that, but I won't say that on the family show. I don't want your mother getting mad at me.
No, please. Yeah, she's downstairs somewhere.
Yes,
she'll hear you, James. Though
she'll hear me.
Mom still got her hearing.
I don't still hear me. So most mothers do. So I don't want to get in trouble with mom. But no, I'm always looking. I'm always looking for my clients too. It's one of those things when I go to places, I look and see what kind of storage items they have, because sometimes I found some really great stuff at Dollar Trees, Dollar Generals they're not expensive but are sturdy. Storage bags or storage containers. I'm like, no, so why you don't have to go to a container store to buy these things there's these great bins. Well, I won't show them now, but this isn't the organizing show, but I know some great bins I got they're at 99-cent stores, and they're only 99 cents, and they're wonderful. And they're actually kind of decorative too. But they're wonderful. They're aerodynamic. You fit them underneath your bed or in a closet somewhere. I love them. I'm a huge fan, but they're only 9 cents. So I tell my clients, let's go over there. Stop being uppity and bougie. Let's go over there and grab. These are containers to host your stuff in. Who cares what they look like? They all match, and they're kind of cute. And they're fine. So you're not spending $100 on 10 bins.
Right.
Bins are expensive, folks. You don't understand that. Target sometimes, if they're on sale, a bin this big could be like $7.99.
Yes, I know. I spent them. I like the pink ones with like the little polka dots on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I spend a lot of money on them.
You can't. We have cute ones. That's fine too. I have some clients who like color coordinated bins. For Easter, it's pink.
Yes.
Halloween is it's orange. So, but also there's a tip. I'll give you guys a little organizing tip while I'm here. Nicely. Oh my God! Is during those time periods they usually sell those colored bins. So buy them then. So that's usually or right afterwards. Go when they're 50% off, whatever. Because they can't really. No one wants orange bins most of the year. So go the day after the Halloween, grab a bunch of orange bins, and green bins and red bins during Christmas. So I have some clients who like their stuff color coordinated, but for those who don't care, it's like I said, go to Dollar Tree 9 cents. So they actually have those things, and it saves your budget. It really saves I would say my pocketbook, but that adds my age also. Yeah, it's easier money in your pocketbook. My Rolodex. Yeah, it's exactly. I'll see you at the fax machine. Yeah. My friend.
Hey, I remember the first time I heard a fax machine go off. I was 19 years old. It was 1989, and I thought the world had just exploded. It was the most amazing thing that somebody from somewhere else was sending you a written document via the fax machine. Like, how did that happen? It was an exciting day.
No, I understand. We're that generation. I'm not trying to understand. Fax machines, copiers. Remember Xerox was big. I remember I was like, you can use Xerox. They used to say, can you Xerox these? You didn't say copy at first. You said Xerox. Can you Xerox this form? And I remember I was so excited when I was an administrative assistant. Well, I was secretary back then, but now they call administrative assistant. And I had to Xerox copies for these people. I remember faxing, mimeographing. I remember having the little thing in a roll to rotate the thing. I mean, I remember all that stuff. I used to do 10 key, all the things that nobody does anymore. All this stuff I used to do all that stuff back then. All those gadgets.
Just a shout out too for it's Administrative Professionals Day on Wednesday.
Oh, I was on those at one point. I did several jobs like that. I was typing. My grandmother said to me, if you know how to type, you'll always have a job. See, I told you a long time ago. I mean, in some ways it's kind of true. In a weird way, we type on a keyboard, I guess the same thing. But I could type, at one point I could type 80 words per minute. I was that good. I think now I'm around 60. I would test myself, but I was around 80 at one point. It was crazy. I was like, you type really well.
Remember in the ads for a job, they're like required to type 120 words a minute.
Yes, remember? Yes.
Whatever it was.
I never got that high, but see, I had an accuracy rate. I could type 80 words per minute and get most of them correct. That's people, they liked that. But you know who typed really well? And I used to be amazed by, because he could be like, so yeah, James, blah, blah, blah. And it was Nicholas Paris.
Really?
When we worked together, I'm like, he was such a good typist, while not, he'd be like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And everything was perfect. I just think, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, how do you do that? Like, oh, that's crazy. He was a really good typist. I was always like amazed by him in the office. I'm like, how do you not even look at the keyboard? You know what you're doing. And he typed fast. Everything was fast. He typed fast. So we used to have a little type off sometimes. Like, he typed fast.
Oh, that's so funny.
And he typed, but he was good at the, again, accuracy.
Yeah.
He just told you, like, yeah, so I was going to do a story yesterday. And I'm like, how are you talking to me and do it at the same time? Like, I couldn't do all that. I could look away from I could look at the document and type and kind of be okay. And like, oh, please. Hello. No, I can do all that. but I had to stop typing. I couldn't, so they could answer the phone and somebody like, yeah, so blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how do you do that? And he would do
that. Talent. It's a gift.
It really is. That kids don't even have that anymore. That's not even a requirement anymore, right?
Well, they just need thumbs now.
It's just, but so, I mean, but I remember that 120 words per minute. Yeah, I know how you had to know MS-DOS.
Yes. Oh wow. God.
Or Word Perfect, girl. Word Perfect.
Yes. Yes. Of course. Word Perfect. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I used to turn the computer on. It was a green screen with a little blipping dot in the corner.
Little cursor. You call it, yes, little dot. Yes, I remember all that. I remember all the different things you know how to do that. But see, I knew 10 key, I knew dictation, and I knew shorthand.
Oh wow!
Where I had
shorthand always interested me.
I
created my own shorthand, actually.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Out of necessity. Because my dad, when I was working for my dad, I would take dictation. And when he got into a thought, you didn't want to stop and, oh, wait, what, so I learned my own shorthand.
I went to school, little symbols and stuff. No one even does it anymore, right? Because I just remember the whole thing, James, can you come in please and dictate this letter? And I just be like, yes, ma'am, let's do it, kids. And, you know, and when I did inventory, 10 key came in handy because you're typing, you're doing the thing, you're counting. I could do that. You hit the keys and do that moving. I used to do 10 key for inventory when I was working at record stores.
Wow, very cool.
We had to do all the tapes. Remember tapes, kids?
Yes,
all the cassettes.
I do.
I know you do. They do all the cassettes because they were on the wall.
Yeah.
I had to go through the cassettes on the wall and count and type and count and type and count. I remember that. Cassette singles.
Oh my God, I do remember the singles.
Oh my God, it was so funny. So I mean, all these skills that I'm glad I learned them. I don't know if I could do them today. I mean, it's been so long, but I wonder if it would come back to me because I did a show on handwriting the other day. There was this whole discussion we were talking about handwriting because kids don't learn cursive anymore in school. My grandkids don't even know what that is. And I was like, I took calligraphy in school, so I know how to do the special writing. I mean, I did all that. But handwriting cursive was a big deal. I mean, for us, that was, you had to learn how to write your name in cursive. And
absolutely, yeah.
Kids, you know, your signature and all that. So I'm like, that's going to change now, I guess. And people are just not. But these all these skills that I learned, that we learned as kids, that just are young adults, that they're not even needed anymore.
I know.
It's a trip. It's a trip. I'm doing jobs. Floa brought this up to me. Our friend Floa Boyce, who's coming to the show, brought up to me that we're doing jobs that were not even invented back then. They were not even what he and I are doing. Podcasting. What the F is that?
Yeah.
That was not a job. That was not. I mean, there was radio, television, film, stage. That's it. I'm doing audio dramas. Like that's a whole, I mean, that wasn't invented. Podcasting wasn't invented. The web was not invented. You know, I have titles that, you know, life coaching wasn't a thing. Organizing wasn't a thing. Like I have titles that weren't even invented. One of the founders of organizing passed away recently. And she was like this pioneer. Organizing started in the living room of like 5 homemakers in like 85, 86. But then they didn't form a thing until like the 90s. So it's like, so this not even that old. It's not even that long. I mean, it's not that old. The industry's so small. And life coaching didn't come into effect until like 2000s. Yeah. Life coach. I've been a life coach 8 years now, last week. But
congratulations.
Thank you. But that wasn't anything. These are all jobs that I'm literally doing stuff that no one, I couldn't even grow up and say I want to be that. Because there was no that.
Right. Yeah.
I trained for stuff that was for the office and for, you know, you were insurance. Insurance always works. It's always insurance. You know, so it's kind of weird. It's just kind of weird. So yeah, I wouldn't have thought this 13 years ago when I was leaving insurance. I thought I'd be an actor, see what happens. You know, I didn't know I'd be doing all this. I had no idea. None.
I'm grateful that you are.
Me too. It brought us back full circle. And now I'm back in insurance and interviewing people. So, you know, I'm making new friends again in the insurance industry. And somebody just now I saw a notification. Someone liked one of my IAB Cal voices just now. So I'm like, okay.
Is that for Bob Tashima, the current president?
Yeah, that's Bob Tashima, as I was calling him. I said, we're gonna do the Japanese way. Now he's my buddy. We text all the time. Like the whole time. He's always sending me text. I send text back. Our buddy.
The sweetest man. He really is the sweetest
man. He's right. Because my wife said that you were amazing, James, not me. And tell your wife, thank you. I am amazing. Thank you. But no, now I'm back in the insurance game doing podcasting, which I never would have. I mean, when I left, I was like, bye, everybody, see you later. I never thought I'd come back in any capacity. But I was going to find a way to merge my new world with my old world.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? It's just crazy. And then we connected back ourselves. That's why we're having
coffee
and conversations. Because I did the whole thing. And I'm bringing Melissa into the podcast world.
That's right.
Peter in here, dragging
Who knew? Oh my goodness.
You know, I know you never thought about this. I know you never thought this was going to happen to you.
No. And it was funny because they're like, oh, we're thinking about doing State Insurance Association. We're thinking about doing this, you know, voices of IAB Cal and James Law. I'm like, James Law? Yeah, sign me up. Where's James? I want to see James. But there you were on the screen. I was like, oh my God, hi.
They said your name. When they were saying names of people, they go, we got to interview Melissa Phillip Heim. I know who that is. I know who homegirl is. I was like, I'll happily interview her. It'd be no problem. So yeah, so it's just really crazy that, you know, you're now part of the podcast world. You have fans. You don't even know you have fans who like us together.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know, but you do. You do. You have
I
fans.
do? Really? We do?
Show. You do. And people, and you've met some of my friends now. I've met some of your friends. So like, this is so we're expanding our worlds through this medium that's just that's not that old. That's what's crazy. Through Zoom, which was for which was for meetings and companies. It was a corporate thing. I mean, like, it's so weird. I'm like, it just, I don't know. I love it. I do. I love it.
I love Zoom too.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Coffee. You're
yes, I am James,
and I'm Melissa.
Yes, and we will be back again for some new episodes, of course, as always. Thank you for watching, subscribing, liking, following, commenting on our shows that range from everything. Sometimes we bring our friends on, sometimes it's just her and I. It's how life is, right? Sometimes your friends join you, sometimes you're by yourself. Probably next time I'll bring a friend of mine with me. I have somebody in mind, so stay tuned for that. As we are filming this, and this will be coming out later, but as we're filming this, today's episode is Brian Pettiviano, a friend of ours, is out today.
Yay!
And so he's a great guy, and so you'll like our conversation. We had a fun conversation about life. So that's out today. But check out we have a whole bunch. We have 25 of these as of this coming out. 26 of them as this comes out that are out there. So check any of them out. People from all walks of life. We literally talk about just about everything on these shows. We talk about everything. We talk about it ranges. It completely ranges. So check us out. We're on audio. We're on video. We're everywhere you want to be. That's an old Amex reference because I just can't help myself. And by the time the week that this airs, it's my birthday week. Actually, it's about that. The day this airs will be my birthday week. Now I'm turning 53 years old.
Yay!
And I'm getting a tattoo. Flowo bought me a pass.
Yay! Wait, what? Tattoo?
Flowo gave me a gift card to get a tattoo. He said, "I'll go with me to get it. Here's the gift card to get a tattoo."
Oh my goodness!
My first one.
Oh, we have to talk about that.
Yeah, we will. We will. Oh no, we will. Trust me, we will. Oh, we'll talk about it. Woo, but that's happening. But we love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.